for themselves. 12
12.
elimination for the side of this team, and the game is still not done. And you talk about dead fish in the sea,
Oh,
dude.
no.
We've got what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
You keep counting.
6 teams. We've got 6 teams in the
You
water
keep
right
counting.
now. This is...
I haven't seen any match in the entire history of my casting or whatever I have played, the players logged upon them, because they have already created a lot of sounds, and as soon as the rest of the team come closer towards them, they just have to be pretty much cautious about it.
Absolutely. I was just about to point out that we're 18.5 minutes in and 16 teams still remain. But as soon as I was about to say that, Paradox is going to be brought down to their knees. The first team to get eliminated on that 16th spot. But good enough for Paradox, because they did get, thanks to G1's play, they did get those elimination points for themselves. And now it is Kings of BD's play, who are just patiently waiting for these dead fish to come out onto the beach. And this is where Mahfouz Whitey is going to try and eliminate the players of SA right here, where indeed Savage are going to try to get behind that rock. It seems like that is going to be the option that they possibly have right now, and that is going to work out for them. So a GG play being showcased from the side of SA, and that is going to definitely allow them to get onto the beach itself. And behind them, I do believe TRZ and Venom Legends are still in the water. Let's see where exactly are those two teams going to be waiting out to.
The Rules finally connect some shots on Gremlin Storm. So Gremlin Storm, they were already onto this island. If you remember, they dropped onto the area of Novorupnoy. And the place at where now the fight is actually panning out, that was just, I guess, 700 to 800 meters far away. And now it has been already dominated by a team that jumped onto the northern side of the map. But in between, we can get to see a Savage Esports player has anyhow managed to make a move onto the island. I guess it was just the mercy by which they just survived. Else Mahfouz, along with the rest of the players coming in from the sides of Kings of BD, they wouldn't have let them survive for any moment. But it is what it is at the point of the moment.
All the players were able to get onto the coastline, onto the beach now, and now Savage Esports, this is where the moment and the glory for them is going to be showcased, because they are all 4 players alive, 6 eliminations for themselves, and look at the dead fish waiting. The points waiting for the side of Savage.
2 Mongolian teams going up against 6 defeats already onto the name of Savage Esports. How many more they can rack up? That's the question. That's the question of the hour. They have multiple fishes. They just need one big net and just carve out all these players out of the body. But I was really interested to see what sort of fight Savage Esports has to offer to DRS Gaming, because just in their neighborhood vicinity we can get to see we have DRS Gaming. But before that happens, it's not only Savage Esports, it's also Elementrix that is getting a lot of bonus points. It is also getting a lot of elimination points out of all these players, and they are just pretty much helpless.
Ooh, this is going to be quite a chaotic finish to the first game right here at Pmpl Qualifiers, because again, you talk about the amount of players, the amount of teams. They've got 12 teams, 34 players alive, and so many of them are just in the water, and that's not anything working for them, yes. But on the other front, as you talk about the teams that are on the coastlines as well, these teams are also going to have to be really careful, because there are 3 to 4 teams right next to Elementrix right here who are also going to be taking on the shots towards the players of Elementrix. But look at Inkus right here. He is not deterred. He wants those points for himself. With a Scarl, he's definitely trying to push on his luck. 7 eliminations for the side of Elementrix. I mean, GG play being showcased from the side of this team. And now if we look onto the kill feed, there are just players that is from the side of DRS that are going to push on along against the players of Elementrix.
This is the fight. This is the fight that I was talking about. Savage Esports going up against DRS. 1 great blows of 2 players, Ribble and Delta going down. Within the blink of an eye, seems like DRS has been completely torn apart. There we have it. The fight that we all preempted for a so long time has been just wiped in few seconds.
That was a savage grenade. That was a savage grenade.
Living
Amazing.
up to their name, Savage Esports. Remember this name. Wow,
Right, so now
what
we
a
have
game.
2 teams. Right, we've got only 2 teams on the beach. No, in fact, correction, 3 teams. We've got 7C as well in the middle. We've got Savage on towards the right-hand side flank, and of course we do, of course, have Elementrix as well. But now the question is going to be, will 7C try and retaliate? Because again, when we talk about 7C, they had a really good position in the zone, in the circle. But as the game progressed along, we look on towards those points. The points are not working for their side, because Savage is just racking up those elimination points for themselves. 12 elimination for the side of this team, and the game is still not done. And you talk about dead fish in the sea, dude.
No.
We've got what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
You keep counting.
6 teams. We've got 6 teams in the
You
water
keep
right
counting.
now. This is just... Oh, wow.
Oh, this is
about
the
a first
game.
good
And this is the
game.
very
Yeah.
first game. This is the very first
Exactly.
game of the South Asia qualifiers. And with that being said, it's 2RGR bidding goodbye to this lobby. Just down with the 8 teams, 22 players alive. And I guess Savage Esports look unstoppable at this moment. And the new update also brings you, there is no instant conversion of dead body into the crate. You get revive while underwater. But even if they do so, players are pretty much competitive that they will be able to find all these players who are trying to hide themselves into this water. Savage Esports not only have their eyes set upon all these players who are underwater, but now they are having a keen eyes onto Elimentrix. So one wrong peek and Hershey goes down.
Well, definitely what a play being showcased from the side of Hershey, because indeed he did have 8 elimination points for himself, but as soon as he moved away behind that crate to try and take on the fight towards the players of Elimentrix, it was IISL who were just absolutely able to pincer him down and take on that miraculous point for himself. But again, we still do have 3 players remaining from the side of Savage Esports. 17 eliminations for the side of this team. 17 players alive in total. 7C have completely been pincered down. Hustler playing a really good fanned out approach right here in this fight, where he does have the cover of that tree. Along with that, of course, he has the position of 7C as well. But as soon as that smoke is dissipating, his position might be given away. On the other front, you talk about 7C. They have that car, that McLaren, that's going to be definitely providing them that cover fire, but for how long? Because TRZ is also in the vicinity.
I would still say Savage Esports has a better position than what 7Cs are having.
Oh,
at the
definitely.
moment. Because the way they have actually the fanned out approach, all the 3 players in 3 different split, but as soon as that I said, Precious secures one more knock onto the players, and look at this, TRZ has been given an opportunity to find himself onto the land, and this is not looking good for 7C's Esports, because one random sprays and already Fear is down on his 20 HP, but it seems that TRZ Esports is pretty much interested into the players that are trying to be the fish, and Noob Alliance are just falling down.
Well, what a play being showcased in the first game itself, and Hustler on the side from Savage definitely taking on the fight to the players of 7C itself, and this is where Hustler will definitely try and dominate, and his
23
teammate will get... Exactly, his teammate will just confirm that elimination for the side of 7C, and now we're down to 3 teams remaining. We've got we've got Savage, we've got, of course, NRC who are in the water, and we've got TRZ's players as well. And again, as you just mentioned, Savage have showcased an incredible play right here with these 3 players. 23 elimination points to this team, and Hershey is just rocking that shot with a bang in the first game.
Mamba tried to deny that kill by jumping himself into the water and just find himself into the water, but that was not the case. Savage Esports, total 41 points, 26 elimination. I haven't seen any match in the entire history of my casting or whatever I have played, any team getting 41 total points. Oh man, these Mongolian teams, they just keep getting better and better. We had a lot of team coming in, and this time it is Savage Esports.
From Savage Esports, and look at that. This is just ludicrous stats being showcased from the side of this team. Ligro coming in with 7 eliminations, 1008 damage, along with his teammate Miracle with 5 eliminations, 1200 plus damage, and then comes Elimentrix.
Team is on the front line. We still have Savage Esports with 82 total points at the end of 5 matches, 74 for DRS Gaming, and TRZ Esports